G'day, welcome back. It's lovely Sunday morning, out of lockdown for a change, and we thought we'd go and have a bit of a look at Huggets Crossing and follow that up with a bit of a look at the views out of Pearsons Lookout. So not too far from home, but yeah, we had a bit of rain last night, so it might be an interesting trip. I've got young Harry following up behind in his little pathy. We're just going to go and have a bit of a look for a couple of hours and see what we find, see what the tracks are like. Could be an interesting day. Right, so we've just come up Green Hills Road and we're turning on to Huggets Road now. It's not a bad track. It's a little bit loose.
I know where we are now.
There's some spots, where it's a little bit slippery, slippery after the rain last night. But apart from that, it's not too bad. I wouldn't again recommend bringing a Suzuki Swift in here. I reckon you'll be stuck. So we're just going to turn in now to Green Hills Lookout. Not a bad little lookout here. It's got a picnic table, bits and bobs, fireplace. So we'll just pull in here and we'll have a bit of a look at this. Alrighty, so that was Green Hills Lookout. It's not a bad little spot, but yeah, sort of trees are starting to get a bit big now since they probably created the lookout. So it's sort of, you've got to look between the trees. So from here we're going to push on. The next spot we're going to check out is Huggets Lookout, which isn't too bad at all. And it's just up the road and pretty much on the high ground just before you get to Huggets Crossing itself. Yeah, a few potholes and a bit of dirt, a bit of mud, water on the ground. There's a few potholes through here, but we'll be right. As you can see from the footage, the track itself, it's not too bad maintained. There's a few potholes and stuff here and there, but it's not too bad at all. It's a pretty easy drive, but yeah, like I said before, you wouldn't take a Suzuki Swift or a Ferrari or something really low in here. because you're just going to get really stuck and bottom out. Yeah, so not too bad. There's a few little bumpy bits, but apart from that, it's pretty good. We're starting to come around now. A bit of a descent down now, coming back down, and we're heading down towards Huggets Crossing as we speak. So it's pretty good. There's been a few trail bikes out and about. Guys having a bit of fun on the bikes, and we've got a heap of cars coming down, or coming up, sorry. I'll pull over for them. Alright, so with etiquette, when you're out on the tracks, it's sort of an unwritten rule, but it is with the full driving etiquette that people that are coming up have got right of way, which is fair enough because they're working against gravity. Depending on how gnarly the track is, if they've got to stop and make way for you coming down, they're going to lose momentum and they could get themselves in a real pickle. So it's always a good idea. People coming up, they've got right of way, so find somewhere to pull over if you can. Let them through. It's just common courtesy, really. Sometimes you don't get that common courtesy, and it does tend to annoy you a little bit, from time to time. The last thing we need is a bit of road rage out in the bush. The old, who's got right of way? It's sort of the age-old question, really, and I know some other people have had, raised that question, in chat. It is what it is, really. So we're just coming up here into Huggets Lookout. We'll keep going. We'll push on into so even though before we even came onto Green Hills track, and as we were leaving Kentucky Road, we aired down. I didn't air down a great deal, just down to about 25 psi. Haven't been up here for a while, so I didn't really know what the track was going to be like. And considering we'd had a bit of rain, I thought, I'll air down, take it off the highway pressures down to something a little bit more comfortable, give us a little bit more traction, a bit more of a bit more of a footprint on the ground, so to speak. So that's the only reason I aired down, because I didn't really know what condition the track was in. So it's all good, we just tap along. It's just starting to descend into Huggets now. A little bit steep, but people do get caravans in here, albeit 95% are probably off-road vans, so they can handle this sort of stuff. But in real wet conditions, it'd be a bit of a struggle climbing back up out of here. But it's not too bad. Yeah, people do bring their vans in, and Huggets Crossing is a very popular spot around this end of the world, and it's quite a good little campground. Well, I wouldn't say little, it's actually quite large, all things considered. How you going back there, mate?
Yeah, just give me some room.
Thanks. Alright, so now we're coming into Huggets now. Big signs up, take your rubbish with you and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a campground just over here as you come in on your right hand side. well, not a bad little spot, that one actually. There's little camp spots all through here. And it connects up to the Avon River walking track. It follows through the campground and continues on. So if you're into the bushwalking and hiking, it's quite good. So we've got a few people camped here already for the weekend. You see it's quite busy. On a long weekend and that sort of thing, it does get quite busy through here, but there's drop toilets here. So a bit of a sign up ahead that due to environmental damage at Huggets Crossing, all campsites upstream and downstream of the main campground are closed to all vehicle traffic. So there you go. So going through and making bog holes and stuff is really not the best thing for a campground. Spoils it for everyone else really. That little track down there on the right that goes actually down to the Avon River. And we're not going to go down there today. We'll save that for another day. Might pull up here and make a brew, I reckon. Custom plate?
Yeah. What do you reckon I get?
Save your money.
How much is it to get custom plates?
A lot of money. Alright, so we're just leaving Huggets Crossing now. There's a fair few people camped here this weekend. It's really good. Getting out trying to enjoy the serenity, and then you've got half a dozen trail bikes to go through and just spoil all that shit. So, anywho, it is what it is. Everyone's entitled to their own enjoyment, I suppose. It's not my bag though, baby. Oh, there's that patrol there. I love them. I want my car back. Anyway, enough of that. What we're going to do, we're going to head out of Huggets Crossing now. We're going to nick up to the actual Huggets Lookout, have a bit of a look there. Comes a couple more motorbikes, of course. And continue on. I've got Harry following up behind, and a little Pathy having a good time. Head out of here. Yeah, so like I said before, it's a good little spot, but on long weekends it does get very full. A lot of people come here, so if you're after the peace and quiet and the serenity, if it's a long weekend or school holidays, this is not the place for you. because it will be packed out. There'll be motorbikes going through, you know, and then so yeah, the river, Avon River itself, down at the crossing point, you know, is a great little spot, you know, on a hot day for having a swim, bit of a cool off. It being, you know, like the 1st of August, I'm not going swimming today. No, thank you. Call me a sook, call me whatever, I don't give a crap. It's too cold and I'll end up with a flu, which will be bad, and I'll probably say I've got coronavirus and I'll have to isolate for 14 days, get a swab shoved up my nose. You know, it's just all bad, so we're not doing it. Anywho, up we go, up the hill. Oh, so that was Huggets Lookout. Absolutely spectacular views of Huggets Lookout and out over the Avon Wilderness down there. So, yeah, very well worth coming down here and having a look at that. Just sensational views. So we'll go and have a look at Pearson's Lookout and have a look at some of the views there that are just absolutely superb. Righto, so we just turned on to Corner Creek Road track thing, right, heading to Pearson's Lookout. So we'll see how this track goes. I haven't been down here before, so it should be quite interesting. We'll see what happens, eh? So far, so good. Righto, so we made it to Pearsons Lookout. Yeah, it's a pretty good view from where I'm standing right now. We'll go and have a bit of a closer look and yeah, enjoy it. Oh, an absolutely amazing, superb view. So we're pretty much looking out over Lake Glenmaggie, and you can actually see Loyang Power Station in the distance. I'm hoping the camera picks it up. I'll try and zoom in on it a bit. That's about as far as I can go with this lens, but you know, it's an absolutely spectacular view. So from where we are, looking out over Glenmaggie, we're looking out to the west, slightly southwest. Well, that's it for today, and I hope you've enjoyed the places we've been to today, Huggets Crossing and the Huggets Lookout, along with Pearsons Lookout. That was Pearsons Lookout, absolutely superb. Okay, so I'll see you very shortly, and thanks very much again. Catch ya. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still trying to find this lookout, so it shouldn't be too far away, surely. Come down, you go up, you think you're there. Nah, you go down again. Are we there yet? No, bugger me. It's got to be there somewhere. Yeah, you never know. I wish I'd stop saying